So it's been a very, very interesting day for me. I hope it's been interesting for you. Okay, so I just finished eating pepper. Uh, I'm still perspirating from the pepper. All right, so it's nice to have you guys. Yesterday, I started talking about Money the Game of Pressure, and I had two approaches. I thought I was going to tell me, Angela, you are the winner of this week's Suya Money. Yeah, you are the winner of this week's Suya Money because Peter Bless, Peter Bless just got here now. Tell me, just won the Suya Money because she's the first person. He is the first person to get here, and then he also sent me some of his own tasks on my personal WhatsApp. So he's the only person who I have proof that he's been doing the tasks that I've been giving out. Yemi, you're welcome. Yemi, you have never won Suya Money. Whereas Temi Angela has won this week's Suya Money, but don't worry, Yemi, just keep at it. I'm sure your Suya Money will come. Yeah, All right, so yesterday I started talking about the game of pressure, and I said that I had two approaches to discuss with you guys, and I thought I was going to be able to do both yesterday, but I couldn't do both, so I have to do the second one today. The one that I did speak about yesterday was the concept of the wine press. And the concept of the wine press, I explained to you that okay, so if you regard life as juice, as inspiration, juice, being able to achieve something, juice, getting the motivation to do something as juice. So for example, when you go somewhere and then you sit down, not because you are tired physically, but because you don't know what to do again, they say it's out of juice. Okay, so I told you that you need pressure to get the juice going. Do you remember how some people function well when they have timeline or when they have deadline? So remember how the work that you are doing that you didn't do, you suddenly become more creative at it when when the deadline is just around the corner. What happened? The pressure of time felt it, and then the juice started to flow. Okay, of course that's not good time management skills. Time management skills that will tell you to teach yourself how to pressure yourself and things like that. Okay, so but the idea is that you need to understand that as as one of the examples of ways by which a pressure can make a juice to flow. Yes, Peter, wine press, thank you. Yes, and I also told you that the pressure has to be controlled, because if the pressure is not controlled, it will crush the seed as it is in the grapefruits, and then once the seed is crushed, it's going to release bitter things into the wine. Okay, and that's exactly the same way life is. When you allow life give you pressure and you don't control it, it could crush you. When you know how they say is broken, don't let life break you. Don't let life break you. You know how they say that, you know that movie Not Easily Broken. You know how they say when they catch a prisoner and they will say, I couldn't break him. I couldn't break him. Do you know? So remember that I told you. Yeah, tell me, sorry about that. See, now God has compensated you now. Now you have won the Suya Money. Remember I told you about how the seed or the core, the life source, your life source has to be intact. Nothing must break it. Remember how when you catch a prisoner, they say they couldn't break him. They couldn't break me. They wanted to break him. It takes him long to break. You finally break, and things like that. What is that thing? They are saying that they could mount pressure on a person. They could mount pressure on a person. And tell me, I thought said you didn't come online. How come you know all these things? Did you when you went to watch it on Instagram? Wow. Okay. So the idea is that, like I told you, the universe is always sending you coded messages. Things that you always wonder, what's the source of this thing? Whoever started saying that you can break a human being? A human being is not supposed to be plastic that you can break, and it's not even about bones. So how do you? They say because the human spirit is the source of life. So it's when they say they couldn't break him, that means that they could not break his spirit. Okay? Alright, so and I explained that to you yesterday, and I told you that it has to be controlled pressure, and you must be the one who controls the pressure. Oh wow, nice Timmy. And you must be the one who controls the pressure. And the way it goes is that you have to be able to tell life to chill. You have to be able to stop things. You have to be able to understand that you can say stop. You can say chill. Like I explained when I was speaking at Lagos. You can say, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. You can actually tell life, hold on. You're giving me more than I can bear. You can take time out. You can go somewhere. Who told you that you can't go to a village and just go somewhere where nobody knows you and just go and take a time out from everything? Who says you cannot? Who says you can't switch off your phone for 1 week and just rest? Who says that? Where did you see it from that you can't go on social media? Because usually those are the sources of pressure for you. So you have to learn to control it. Minimize the gate at which life throws pressure at you. If you are into tactics, if you are into battle tactics, you understand that if you want to control the battle, you have to control the battlefront. Which means that you must make sure that your enemies are forced through a tiny opening, no matter how many they have. If you channel them through a tight opening, you will finish them off. And you already know that one of the things that people have understood about life is that it's like life is a battle. So if you come at life like a battle, you will understand that you also have to use tactics, which means that you have to control the scenario, you have to control the battleground, which is your mind. Remember I was telling you the mind game. You have to control. In fact, the whole essence of being an entrepreneur, the whole essence of succeeding is increasing the number of things that you control. That is the idea. So if you must control the outcome, you must control every other thing. If you must control the outcome, you must control the process at which life throws things at you. It's not like life actually knows you specifically. It's not like life knows Temi, Peter, Yemi. Life does not actually know your name. So life is just throwing random pressure around everybody. If you put yourself out there too much, you get it. Of course, there's a place of putting yourself out there. Remember that. Anyways, okay? So, why did I spend so much time on recap like that? Okay, so that was the recap. That was the recap. Now, I want to approach another. I want to approach this from another angle. The other angle that I could not touch yesterday, and this is the angle of. I'm coming. Sorry, excuse me. 1 minute. Yes. And this is the angle of the concept of carbon. You see, carbon is life. Okay, carbon is the material on which life is made. Carbon is that thing that makes things organic. So when they say organic chemistry, organic. When they say organic, they are saying carbon. If you are a science student, you remember that when they taught you everything in chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and then they now said, let's teach you organic chemistry, and they started teaching about carbon and how carbon relates with hydrogen, how carbon relates with hydrogen and oxygen, how carbon relates with sulfur and oxygen and hydrogen, it was about carbon. And if you look around, carbon is one of the most viable, most visible, most common material on planet Earth. Look at the people, everybody, that's carbon. Look at the wood around you, it's carbon. Look at everything, it's carbon. The leather, carbon. This, carbon everywhere. Okay? Now, in fact, if you do not know carbon, if you take a pencil, that organic chemistry. If you take a pencil, that granite inside, that graphite inside the pencil, that black thing that you write, that colors, that charcoal, that's carbon. So carbon is like that. It's soft. It's unassuming. There's nothing spectacular about carbon. Nothing so particularly striking about carbon. It's just there. It's even very, very cheap. But you see, any carbon that goes underground and allows time, temperature, and serious pressure to work on it, that carbon usually becomes diamond. Diamond is one of the most expensive material on earth. Diamond is the hardest substance, hardest natural substance. Cuts glass, cuts everything. Diamond is sparkling, is clean. Diamond is expensive. Diamond is rare. Diamond is respected. Diamond represents every good thing: money, love, class, affluence, power, rarity, anything. Just think about it. Just think about it. That is the kind of thing that ordinary carbon, charcoal, graphite, ordinary carbon can become when it goes through pressure. When it goes through pressure over time, that is what it becomes. That is what it becomes. In fact, it's so standard that human beings are now able to artificially create diamond by applying temperature and pressure. So yesterday it was about whether pressure can make you fold or focus. Today is about how pressure can actually make you become. I don't know if you're getting it. Pressure can make you become. Pressure can make you become. You can become something expensive. You can become something rare. You can become something respected. You can become something that represents inspiration, that represents all sorts of things, depending on how you channel the pressure. So, sometimes people feel that pressure is a terrible thing. Oh no, pressure is not a bad thing. Okay, and when I say control pressure, what I'm asking you to do when I say control pressure is not to say that the pressure you handled yesterday is the one you are going to handle today. What you handled yesterday should be smaller than what you're able to handle today, which means that everybody must understand their gauge of pressure. But the whole important thing is that growth. Remember when I told you about growth? We've talked about growth. You must grow. One of the ways you grow is to be able to handle things that you couldn't handle yesterday, today. That is growth. That is growth. That is growth. So you must understand that one of the things that pressure does for you is that it helps you to become. You have to understand that. You have to understand that. You want to know a person who is happy? It's not the person that you bought car for that you can call this somebody is happy. The person who is happy is the person who is happy in spite of anything or everything. The person who is happy in spite is the person who is happy, because anybody can be happy about a gift of a car. For example, if I give you Toyota Camry 2021, you probably will be happy. So anybody will be happy. But can you be happy even if things are not going well the way you thought they should go? If you can't be happy, that means you're handling the pressure or the need for things to go the way you want them to go. That means you're handling well, so you are still happy. And what does for you is that that makes you or helps you to become truly a happy person. You're not just happy, you're also depth. You also have depth in your soul, which means that you can accommodate. Remember when I told you guys about capacity? Remember when I told you guys about capacity, that capacity is also about volume. How much can you contain? This is how you build capacity. Pressure is one way that you build capacity. Pressure is one way that you become. So you need to tell me what's one great man that you know who is great by your own standard, even by your own standard. Mention one great man that you know who is great by your own standard and he cannot handle pressure. You just tell me. Mention one. Mention one. One person that you know that this person is so great and he has no pressure or is not handling any pressure. You can't find one. You can't find one. Which is why you should be concerned about how you convert. This is why you're concerned about how you grow, because greatness comes from things that other people cannot deal with. That is why greatness is scarce. If everybody could deal with it, then it's not great. If everybody could deal with it, it's not great. If everybody could deal with it, then you can't find greatness there. It's just the way it is. 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 It is just the way it is. Look at anybody that you respect around you. Try and imagine the pressure that they face. Just imagine, for example, how many people want Babadeboye to pray for him. Pray for them every day. Just imagine that. And yet Babadeboye must pray for himself, for example. Or the governor of your state. Imagine the pressure that the governor of your state has to handle. You just imagine. Is it the party expectation, or the people expectation, or the civil service expectation, or his Kaba expectations, or his Godfather expectations? Which one? Or armed robbers, or security, or country that's about on the verge of breaking, or agitations there and there, or inflation, or the need to deliver? How many do you want to count? You are not going to find one person who is great but did not have pressure. So you have to pick one. Pressure to greatness, or no pressure, no greatness. There's no way. There is no way. The task today is simple. The task today is very simple. Write out 3 things that is pressuring you, and then write out the things that they will help you become. It's as simple as that. Write out 3 things that is pressuring you. Write out 3 things that they will help you become. That's all. That's all. That's all. 3 things that is pressuring you right now. 3 things that they will help you become. Simple. Simple. Very, very, very simple. Very, very simple. So we have come to the end of today's live. You guys are wonderful. Temi, congratulations. Peter, congratulations last week. Yemi, congratulations in advance. Yours will come. Your time will come, Yemi. Your time will come. Your time will come. I am the bearer of the time and chance of Suya money. Yemi, I promise you. Your time will come. Nice to have you guys. So wonderful to have you guys. You guys are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. All right. Righty. Bye.